Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it is a storytime video and it's a long chatty one. So if you're not interested in hearing my story, then you can sign out now. I won't be offended at all. There's not a lot of eye candy in this video. It's just going to be me talking and giving you an account of what happened. But I felt it was really important to get this out because it is regarding my Van Cleef & Arpels 5 motif bracelet in the black onyx. I never ever hear anything bad about the black onyx, which is why this was so surprising to me. But yeah, I definitely think this is something you need to know if this is a stone that you have been considering getting. So if you're interested in hearing what happened, then please keep on watching. Before we get into the video, I always like to introduce myself to those of you who are new here. My name is Kim and I love sharing with you guys all things luxury. I do unboxings, reviews, reveals. I try to share as many tips and tricks as I can. So if that's something that interests you, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. And with that said, let's get right into it. Okay, so my Van Cleef & Arpels 5 motif bracelet, if you've noticed, has not been on my arms for a very long time, and it's because of this quality issue that happened with it. First off, I purchased my VCA 5 motif in the Onyx back in May of 2021. So I did look up the date and it was May 24th of 2021. That's when I purchased it. I did a lot of research beforehand as to what stone that I wanted. Because it is a significant amount. Like the VCA bracelets are not cheap whatsoever. With tax and everything, they go close to 5K, and yeah, that's not a small amount to spend on one piece of jewelry. And at that time, it was a little less than what it is now, but still, it was a big chunk of money. I really wanted to make sure that this was a good decision. So I looked into it, and every review that I saw said that the black onyx was the most durable, that it could be worn 24/7 without any issues, that essays told them that it can be showered in without any issue. And people said you didn't have to worry about wear and tear, that there were no issues, it wouldn't break, it's super durable, it's one of the most durable and hard-wearing stones that VCA produces. So after doing this research and hearing all these rave reviews on it, I decided, yes, that I was going to go ahead and purchase it. When I received it, it was so stunning, it's so beautiful. It was one of my most worn pieces ever. The only times I really took it off were, you know, if I just felt like I wanted to go really simple, of course I wouldn't wear it then. But when I was wearing it, I would wear it almost 24/7. However, I did always remove it before I took a shower or was in water for long periods of time. Granted, I did do a lot of housework around the house with it. Like I would just, you know, do dishes and whatnot, you know, clean and do anything with it on. Like I even gardened with it on. So I was never worried about it because everybody said it was such a great durable piece. Now, one thing about the black onyx that some of you may not be aware is that it is a fingerprint magnet. So when you first get it and you open it up, it's so shiny. It's like super polished, very high gloss, similar to your phone. You know, when you first get your phone and you peel that plastic off and then it's super shiny and then you touch the screen to do something and fingerprints all over, right? So fingerprint marks are something that you care about, that you cannot stand. The black onyx is actually not for you because you will see it immediately. So the reason I say this is because in the beginning, that did bother me. So every time I took it off to shower or whatever, before I put it back on, I would wipe it down and I would put it back on. The minute it touched my skin, it would be like fingerprints all over it once again. So at first, I did wipe it down quite frequently, and as time passed, I just forgot about it. I didn't even wipe it down. You know, I would just remove it before the shower, put it right back on after I was done. I was always very careful not to get any lotions or any perfume or anything like that on it. So if I did apply stuff, you know, to my face and whatnot, I would never ever touch the bracelet. I was always careful not to, you know, get anywhere where the bracelet would land. I always like applied lotion like, you know, well above my wrist so that it wouldn't like touch the bracelet itself. So things like that I was very careful of. Come January of this year, I decided one day that, hey, I'm gonna get all my jewelry pieces out and clean everything. You know, I was in that New Year's mode. I was like, I'm gonna start cleaning and tidying things up. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna clean everything. So I took all my jewelry pieces out, including that one, and I started cleaning and polishing. And I was polishing the black onyx and looking at it, and it was a little hazy. Now by hazy, I'm going to put in inserts, but I could see that it looked foggy. So I cleaned it again and it looked shiny, But when I tilted it at an angle, I could see that it was hazy. It was like a fog, a gray fog on the stones. And I thought, oh no, haziness was underneath the surface of the stone. So it was kind of like inside the stone. And I started panicking, and I thought immediately, I have to call customer service. I have to see what can be done. So that's what I did. I called customer service. I believe this was like January 7th or so. I did look up the dates, so I think this is pretty accurate. But I called them on January 7th. I told them my issue, and the customer service agent said that I should take it into a VCA store as soon as I could, and they would take care of me. And I told her, well, actually, I do not have a VCA in our state anymore. So she asked me where I was. I told them Washington State, and she said, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you a label. I'm gonna have you fill out a form. It's gonna state what the issue is that we discussed over the phone. You're gonna fill out the rest of the stuff and then package everything up and send it with that label. And she said the closest store to me was the San Francisco one, and so she was gonna, have it forwarded to the San Francisco office or the boutique, and they would then contact me and get this resolved for me. So I had everything filled out. What they wanted was a copy of the certificate, and there were like a few things that I had to fill out on the form, and kind of like reiterating the issue. And they told me to send it, so which I did. A few days later, I got a call from the store, and they had assigned me an essay, and the essay contacted me and said, hey, I saw the forms and everything, but can you just go over what the issue is? So I told them, I bought this May of 2021. I've been using it, but I was always careful not to get any lotions or any products like that on there. And I was very upfront. I said it has been in contact with water frequently, but I did, wipe it off as soon as I could. Other than that, I've been pretty careful with it, and I'm just seeing all this haziness, what can be done. He said, I think I could just send this in and get cleaned, and it should take care of the issue. So I said, great, let's get that done. And then I think it was a couple weeks later, he said, your bracelet is back. It looks great. I'm going to send it to you. So I said, great. And he sent it to me. When I received it, I could tell immediately that everything just looked really shiny, really polished. But I could still see that fogginess underneath. So I contacted the SA again. I took pictures and I said, hey, it looks great, but that fogginess that I was worried about is still there. I took pictures. Can you take a look? And he looked at the pictures and he said, yeah, I see what you mean. Send you a label, send it back to me, and we'll get it assessed. Another couple weeks go by, and then I hear back, and the workshop got back to us. They're saying that we need to replace all the stones. And he said, I think he said it was like $250 per stone, right? And I was like, oh no. It was so upsetting to me because everybody was saying you can wear it in the shower. They wore it 24/7 for years and nothing happened. And here I am taking it off every time I showered, being careful not to get lotion and things like that on it. And my piece is messed up. And I told him, like, it's so disappointing because I've been hearing how durable this piece is, and it's really upsetting. So he totally understood what I meant, and he was really, really sympathetic to me. And so he said, you know what, before we replace the stones, why don't I get them to polish the stones? Maybe that'll help. So off it went again to the shops. And then I totally forgot about it. My essay totally forgot about it. I think it was like mid-February, maybe February 20th or so. He contacts me and he says, your bracelet is back, but there's still like fogginess, and he sent me pictures. And so I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do this. I really don't want a faulty, item. I'd rather have them all replaced. So he agreed that was the best course of action at this point. And so he said, yeah, I will send it to the workshop and I will get back to you once the stones have been replaced. So since it was going back to the workshop, I told him, I've also been kind of thinking about getting the bracelet shortened if possible. And he said, yeah, that's totally something that we can do. However, I would rather send it to the workshop with that one issue, like replacing all the stones first, and then deal with the shortening later, because he said the workshop, sometimes like if you have like multiple requests on one bracelet, they get things wrong, and he didn't want that to happen. So he said, let's just do this one thing first and then get the shortening issue later. I was fine with that. So off it went, and I didn't follow up on it for a while. Almost one entire month goes by, and I didn't hear back from him. And I remembered, oh my gosh, like I should check up on my bracelet. So about April 5th, so this is about just short of 1 month since it had gone off to the workshop. Apparently, the workshop was like bombarded with a lot of like repair requests and things like that at the time. So he was having a hard time getting in contact with his liaison there. So he was so apologetic, but he said he was checking on it, not to worry, and that he should hear back soon. So a few days pass, and then he gets back to me and says, actually, your bracelet just arrived today. I'm gonna take pictures and send it to you. I looked at the pictures, it looked amazing. Like, they were brand new stones, so why wouldn't it? It looked really great. And I said, yeah, it looks perfect. That's when I said, you know, I wanted to get the bracelet shortened. Do you think that can be done now? And he said, yeah, you know, if we do that, it's gonna take a couple more weeks. Are you okay with that? Because it had just dragged on for so long, right? So I said, that's fine, let's do it, let's get it done. So he sent it to the shop again. So a couple weeks passed, and I texted my SA and said, hey, you know, has the bracelet come back? Have you heard back? And he's like, I'm so sorry, but no, I'm gonna contact the workshop and see, you know, where it's at. Every few days he would text me like, I'm so sorry, they haven't gotten back to me. I'm following up, you know, don't worry about it, I'm following up. It takes another 2 weeks before he finally says, I finally got it back, it's here. I'm gonna send you pictures of it, take a look, see if it's good, and I will send you the payment link. When I looked at it, I got really confused because they had reduced only one section. So basically I had two sections shortened. So there were two sections that were not shortened. When it came back, 3 sections were the same length, but one was still long. And that really confused me because VCA has always done the shortening in pairs. So basically, they would either remove 2 links or they would remove 4 links, but they never did it in like an uneven number. So I got really confused and I said, this is strange because I thought you guys only did it in like doubles. And he also agreed, like, oh, that is weird. I'm gonna have to contact the workshop again. Oh, and he and I both were like so exhausted at this point. Finally, he said, it's done. Let me send you pictures, make sure everything is to your satisfaction. I will send you the link and you can pay and I will send it to you. One thing about the shortening is I only found out about this recently, but apparently VCA is now doing it in like whatever increment you want. So like if you wanted 3 links removed, they'll do it for you. If you just want 1 link removed, they will do it for you. And that's strange because they always used to do it in like pairs so that it would look even. But, you know, I don't know why the policy has changed. I've seen posts of people having it done. So I guess it's a new thing that they are now like adjusting the length as much as you want. But in any case, it wasn't a mistake on the workshop's part. It's just something that they've started to do, but my SA was unaware of it. I was unaware of it. So yeah, mine, I got all 4 links removed so that all the spacing is now even in between the motifs. So anyways, finally, the bracelet is back. He sends me a picture. It looks absolutely perfect. He sends me the payment link, and the payment link is only for $180. And I said, are you sure this is correct? Because I got everything replaced. And he said, oh, thanks for catching that. I will check with the workshop. Finally, he gets back to me. He says, go ahead and pay the $180. The workshop is going to waive everything. So, oh my gosh, that was such good news. I said, thank you very much. And I really think it's because it just took so long. I think they were sympathetic to the fact that they were the ones that kept on making mistakes. So anyways, they waived the entire thing. I only had to pay $180 to get all 5 stones replaced, which I'm so grateful for. So I did film this video back in May when I got it back. It was a true unboxing at the time, but that was actually one of the videos that got contaminated. The sound got contaminated, and you know, that's why I'm using a mic now, because I don't want that to happen again. I had so many videos that I had to just toss. So in any case, I'm going to do the unboxing with you guys now. I'm just gonna share with you what he included and everything. So he included the cleaning cloth. Yes, Van Cleef does have a cleaning cloth. He wanted me to clean my piece off, you know, once in a while so that this doesn't happen again. He also included, he actually included 4 chocolates, but my daughters wanted to try it, so I have 3. Anyways, this is the new packaging. So Van Cleef & Arpels, if you have not been aware, they have gotten rid of the suede boxes that they used to do, and they have this. They also have gotten rid of those hard cases, and they just do the pouches now. I think the real Shakeen, Jasleen, was the one that said in Canada they are implementing the packages again, like the old cases, and so you get to choose between getting the travel case or that. But in the US, I think they're still doing just the travel cases. Anyways, this is what it looks like. It slides open like so. And then you have this top portion with this box that includes the receipt. So basically the receipt or any booklets or paperwork come in here. Then when you open this, this is what the case looks like. It's basically just the paper box with this ribbon tied around it. And you don't even have to take all that off. You just need to pull on the ribbon, and then the box comes out like so. And this is the new packaging. So it comes like this. The ribbon is attached to the box bottom part, so you do have to undo it in order to open it. And then the lid comes off like so. And this is the new travel case that you get instead of the hard cases. So this is what it looks like. Compared to my older one, there is a difference, which I will show you in a minute. So here is my 5 motif black onyx. Oh wow, it's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it's shortened so that you can see that the links are evenly spaced. And the difference between this and the old travel case is that now it has like this rubber band to secure the bracelet. Before, it only had these like metal prongs. So yeah, this is it. This is my 5 motif black onyx. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I did get it shortened so that all the spacing is even, but like I said, now it seems that they will do it in uneven numbers. So if you just wanted one section, you know, reduced, they will do that. Yeah, just check with your store because it looks like they are doing it. And let me try it on for you guys. So I have not worn this in a while, but that's what it looks like. I think it's so beautiful. I still love it so much, but I will definitely be more careful about it in the future. I'm not going to use this as an everyday piece anymore. I mean, I'll wear it as an everyday piece, but I'm definitely going to make sure to wipe it down. So from this ordeal, I think the issue that I had happened because I wasn't cleaning it. I think that whatever oils or residue that was left on the stone, I left it on there for too long. I think it's because I stopped wiping it down that maybe that's what happened. I definitely don't want you to think that this onyx is 24/7 piece that you can wear in the shower. You can get oils, whatever on it, and it's gonna be perfectly fine, because it wasn't. It wasn't for me. It was not perfectly okay. My friend Chris, Sunday Rose 99, so Chris is really into gems. She even got certified, and she has like the tools to, you know, look at the stones and everything. But she was saying, because she does have a magic black onyx necklace that she had special order for her. So she has that, and she was saying, and I'm gonna insert pictures if I can, but she says that the Van Cleef & Arpels one, it has raw edges along the edges here. So if you look at it with a microscope, you can see that the edges are raw. And she thinks maybe that's why the oils got absorbed into the stone itself. And when I looked online, it did say that onyx was actually porous. So I guess the part that's shiny and glossy that has been polished is not porous anymore, but the edges definitely are. So I don't know if that was exactly the issue or what, but I just want to say that this piece, even though it is really, really sturdy, very durable, very strong, it's not going to crack that easily. I mean, I have dropped my bracelet a few times and had like big scares because I thought it was going to crack or something. It has never happened. So I do think it's a very strong stone. I think water is okay. But I really think that you need to wipe it down and make sure that the oils are removed from time to time and not let it sit on the piece. I mean, and I'm not even saying like oils from like perfume or lotion or whatever, even the oils from your skin, I feel like that needs to be cleaned up very frequently. And that's not something that I knew I was supposed to do. Nobody had told me about that. And, you know, I had to replace all my stones. I mean, I was like dumbfounded when I saw that happen to my bracelet. So anyways, if any of you are considering the Onyx, thinking that it is going to be as carefree as having a gold piece, no, that's not going to be true. It's not completely carefree. You do have to be careful. You do have to take care of it. I mean, this is a very, very substantial amount to pay for a bracelet. So you definitely want to take care of your pieces and not be negligent like I was. I'm so happy to have this piece back. I think it's really gorgeous. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be much more careful with it. I'm going to make sure that I clean it periodically and make sure that the condition is great. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I just wanted to get this video out so you guys were more knowledgeable about Van Cleef & Arpels and their Onyx and have realistic expectations for this piece. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, everybody.